Alash, talalash, talashtu. Alash, talalash, talashtu. Alash, talalash, talashtu. Good day everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Wysol and today I'm going to be talking about tarot magic. So tarot and oracle. So tarot can actually be used for kind of beyond divination. Okay, so the artwork from tarot is typically channeled in from someone from another realm. Okay, so the images that you see, those creatures probably exist in a different dimension to where we are. Okay, so I'll show you some quick examples of like dragon tarot deck. So these dragons most likely reside in another dimension, so sorry if you can't really see those properly. Yes, they can be used to channel the creatures in the cards, okay? So I'm going to be showing you a grid, a tarot grid. Well, actually it's an oracle card grid that I have laid out in a second. And I'm going to be adding some other cards to this grid, some tarot cards to the grid, some new cards that I have. I've never tried this combination before, so I'm going to see what it's like today. And then I'll show you those in a second. So yeah, tarot cards, oracle cards, they're channeled from somewhere, okay? So you can draw these energies out. Now, different cards are going to have a different effect for obvious reasons. Something like the deck that I never use, wherever it is, the Rider-Waite Tarot. Something like this isn't going to be that great, so I'll kind of just show you why. It's because they don't really have much channeled entities. They're kind of just humanoids. For example, Ten of Wands. That Ten of Wands. Like so, like what are you going to channel out of that? Who are you going to channel out of that? A guy hugging some trees, maybe. But for example, like that. I mean, you could utilize the devil, but that doesn't even look like Baphomet or anything. So utilizing Rider-Waite Tarot for any of these kind of methods that you can do wouldn't be very it wouldn't really be a good option. So what decks and oracle decks should I try to do this with? So I personally use the Beyond Lemuria oracle deck. Now let me just get, so here's the book just to show you. Now this is the same front cover as the box. Okay, so Beyond Lemuria oracle deck. This tells you inside the book what you can do and what I'm about to show you. Part of what I'm about to show you, because it doesn't obviously add the two cards in. And these two cards are from two very specific decks, and I'll explain in a moment. Okay? Okay, so you could probably try this with nearly every deck out there. I mean, I just showed you the Rider-Waite one. I personally wouldn't try using the Rider-Waite one because there isn't any beings to draw into my space, or there aren't really a lot of colour in the Rider-Waite, so you can't even use the colour to draw the colour in, which is why I really like my Beyond Lemuria oracle deck, because it's really colourful. It's got loads of vibrant colours, different colours, and I'll show you in a second how you kind of set this up. I've set it with a crystal grid, just to amplify the energy that comes out of it. Okay, again, I'll show you that in a bit, so I'll move the camera down and point in. I do it on my bed because my bed's like right in the middle of my room, so I'll show you in a few minutes. So you can also do invocation and evocation with tarot cards. Yes, you can call spirits into your place, into your temple, with tarot cards. Now, some tarot cards are going to be more effective, some aren't, okay? I'll show you a couple of, well, my two new decks that are like the perfect decks for these. They are the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot. So, this first one is the Occult Tarot. I'll show you some of the cards in a moment as well. So that's the Occult Tarot. I got this one for very cheap, and then I got the other one with its like a proper box. It doesn't even come in a little, it doesn't even get one of these for the actual cards either, which sucks. So, little review on the Angel Tarot. I'll open it for you. So this is the box, and you get the book straight away. So we'll get the book out and then I'll show you what I mean. Now these cards, as you can see, they're moving around because they're not even in a box. They didn't come in a box, which personally sucks. I don't really like that. Look, but the deck is good. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. So as you may have guessed with Occult Tarot and Angel Tarot, one is angels and one is demons. Now demons, they're mainly just old gods, older gods than what the angels are. Okay, so for example, dragons are older than angels. A lot of the old Mesopotamian, Sumerian, or even like Aztec deities, they're older than what we perceive as angels because they were around before Christianity or Catholicism or even Zoroastrianism came in to the picture. Okay, so don't fear demons, they're just older or old gods. Okay, so this grid here that I've set up, this is with the Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. What this essentially does, you need to set an intention first. Okay, so what do you want out of it? Now I want to draw energies into my room to help cleanse the area and to kind of imbue my workings, not my workings, my what I'm doing with the energy of the cards. So when I do studying, anything, imbue the area with the energy of the cards. Now again, I'm going to be adding 2 cards to this, one from the Occult Tarot, one from the Angel Tarot. The Angel Tarot I'll place above on the top, and the Occult Tarot I'm going to place down below, and I'll show you that in a second. So again, there are more things you can do with tarot cards, so creating sacred space with it, which is what I'm going to be showing you now. Invocation and evocation, I may do a video on those because these new decks are perfect for them because they have sigils of the entities that you're going to be calling forth. Okay, so this circle, you can call it a crystal grid, or like, well, I have done a crystal grid around it, but this, you could call it just a way of channeling the elements plus what you need. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to shuffle my Beyond Lemuria Oracle deck. Okay, so bear with me one second. Sorry, as I was saying, I need to shuffle my deck, so I just put my incense back on, so I'll explain why I did that as well. Now, before you even start doing something like this, you want to cleanse your space. So I have had this on earlier, but I went downstairs to do something quickly. So this is my little dish with my charcoal disc and dragon's blood resin. So I typically just kind of leave it on my altar and let it fill up my room. Something that you can do with it, which I'll do now, is stand underneath it so it cleanses you. Okay, so I'll stand underneath that for a minute because I've already done the room, so I'm just going to stand on it. I've been inside the room with smoke anyway. But for example, you can pop a charcoal disc down, stand right on top of it, and as you can see, the smoke is like coming, it's like I'm in smoke. Okay, alright, I need to shuffle that deck, I need to place some cards around, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm going to place the camera down. Okay, now I'll talk about the Angel Tarot and Occult Tarot a bit more as well. So I'm just going to pop the camera off, I'll move it, I'll shuffle, and then I'll kind of talk about what I'm going to be doing. Okay. Alrighty, so as you can see, there are some cards placed out with some crystals around it. Now you can't really see the full grid, so I'm going to quickly pull this up. Now yes, this is on my bed, again it's the centre of my room, so this is where I prefer to do it. So I have quartz clusters on the right and left hand side. I've got Herkimer diamonds on the south and the north, Now this is actually facing north, so my earth card is going north, air, east, fire, south, water, west. Okay? And then what the book says is to place these two other cards on either side, and then at the end of it you're going to essentially draw, it's not a pentagram that you're going to draw, but you're going to draw a tetranomeron. I forgot how to pronounce it. But you do that with your finger, so stuff like that. That's a pentagram obviously, but you're going to do that with your finger, okay? So I need to place some more cards down, shuffle that deck, and let's kind of get started. So I actually also do like a little calling forth chant with these as well. Forgot to mention, do have a piece of selenite under the ether card. Okay, so again, piece of selenite under the ether card. Now doing this with a grid is fairly new to me, but I felt guided to kind of do it today. And I've never used a selenite grid thing under there. Again, that's a new piece of selenite for me. That's what I use to charge I place my Ormus bottle on there and drink from, and get charged Ormus. Sorry, I just took a swig of my drink. Alright, so let's get these cards shuffled quickly. They've already been partially shuffled, so I'm just going to hand shuffle them 5 times. And then I'm going to pick the top 5, and then intuitively, not look at them, I'm going to intuitively place them down. Okay? 4, 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alrighty. Alright, so you need to play, well obviously you can't really do this if you don't have the deck, but I need to place one card on the ether card, one card next to each of the elements, okay? So I shall do that now. Alright, I'm just going to move this slight that way, just like that. So essentially what you're doing today is you're joining me in a ritual, so intuitively pick which card goes on what. So earth, you, air, that one, fire, you, water and water, you, ether. Right. Alrighty, so I've placed these there now. Now I can flip these over. Once I flip these over, if they're kind of upside down, just face them. I face them back inwards. Okay, so flip over our ancient future on fire. A portal keeper. Portal keeper in the middle. Trust your innocence with the water. Those cards are going well together actually. Internal explorer with air. And then we have the infinite with the earth. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So, again, this is what you need, you intuitively need, okay? So I didn't even select those cards. So those are the energies that are going to be drawing into my room, okay? And it is kind of fitting for me because I've been doing kind of journey work. So Portal Keeper, our ancient future, this is about us essentially going back into it, what we used to be in the past, so very empowered, like spiritual beings. Trusting your innocence under the water is trusting your kind of flow, and trusting yourself with your flow. And then Internal Explorer with air. Air is capable of getting in every crevice. Okay, that's why Eternal Explorer goes well there. Alright, and the Infinite with the Earth. Yeah, this is a really good little thing I've got. Nice. Alright, again, I need to place 2 more cards. So that is going to be the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot. So again, Occult Tarot is going to go at the bottom. I'm going to hand shuffle these 5 times and place whichever card. You can place it upright at the bottom. Four, 3, 4, 5. Right, what card do we get? Who do we get? Visago, the Tower. Promoter of discord, war, arguments, falsehood, gives generous responses. Okay, so this is a depiction of Visago. Again, so I'll quickly explain why these are amazing for divination. If it focuses, come on camera. Okay, well basically it's got the sigils of these beings here at the bottom, okay? So you can use these for invocation and evocation, where you just place it down on your kind of altar, gaze at the sigil and then perform an invocation or evocation. Obviously you need a circle for evocation. Invocation, you don't necessarily need a circle. Yeah, sorry, you can't. Sorry, it's not focusing. No, you don't want to focus. Oh, there we go. There we go. So as you can see at the bottom, it has the sigil and the Tower card. Alright, so Visago is one of the beings out of the Lesser Key of Solomon, so I'm going to place him at the bottom. And then Angel Tarot, get that out. Now again, I've never done this with the Angel Tarot and Occult Tarot before, but I have been guided to. So we'll see what it's like. Alright, let's shuffle the Angel Tarot 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Top card. Who do we have? Asalia, God of the Just Judge. So 7 of Cups. So we have the Tower and the 7 of Cups here. So contemplation makes the truth known in legal proceedings. Again, camera might take a while to focus, but as you can see, the sigil down there and down there, and so yeah, that's the Angel Tarot. Again, so these entities are going to be drawn into my room to give me what I need, okay? Or their energy will be, at least. I don't have any intention of evoking or invoking them today, so I'm just going to quickly sort out my grid on this side. So the crystals that are around here are tanzanite, phenakite, Herkimer diamond and quartz, okay? You can also play some like music, some aura music, or you could just kind of play like binaural beats. So I'll play one in a second. I personally use Mark Bajerski's crystal healing music because I work with crystals a decent amount, and it kind of goes well with each other. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is do a tiny little chant, okay? But it's going to be a semi-whispered one, so to hear it I'm going to go a little bit near the camera. So as you can see, what this is doing is imbuing my space with the energy of the cards, okay? So yeah, I need to draw a triangle tetrahedron after I do this little... Now, you don't have to do this chant, it's not even in the Beyond Lemuria book that gives you the guide on how to do this. I'm just doing it because I feel like I should do it. And I feel like it's going to empower the space a little bit more. Okay? Alright, I'm going to ignore the music because my computer's not turning on properly. Alright, so the little chant that I use is the Ash 2, no, not the Ash 2 Malku. I should have done that earlier. So before I even initiate this, so I engage it. Now I've placed the cards, it doesn't mean I've engaged it. I haven't said my calling forth chant that I'm going to do. So I'm going to do my banishing chant first, and then I'm going to call forth these energies into my room. Okay? So the banishing chant that I use is the Ashtu Malku, and I will do that now. So that is Ashtu Malku Tadat Akata Sastu Sex Altamu Patu Iritem Palcres Tafelta Vascala Regent Metcenturos Tasastrus Estos Melta Kelta, 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 Hine. Okay, now that I'm confident with that more, I already say that once. Now, I used to do that 3 times, but now I kind of know the whole thing and don't need to look at what it says. I typically just say it once. Okay, now that my space is cleared with incense and a banishing, I will call this energy into my room. Now just placing it down is essentially cooling him into your room, but if you really wanted to kind of properly call them into your room, you can kind of add a chant. So that is Alash Talalash Talashtu. Okay? So again, you do not have to do this little chant. This is just something that I've been guided to do because I've added the 2 angel and demon cards. Okay? I'm just going to make sure that I've set up correctly. Alright. So, the little chant is Alash, Talalash, Talashtu. Alash, Talalash, Talashtu. Alash, Talalash, Talashtu. Okay, so that is kind of known as a kind of a pact making / calling forth chant. Check out E.A. Coetting's YouTube page for those. But that is essentially done. Okay? Now I'm gonna bring my camera back up to my table, and I'm gonna talk about like invocation and evocation a bit more with these. Okay? So that is my grid done. I'm going to bring it all the way up so you can see what it looks like and see if you can feel energy of it. Okay? So the crystals might be going a bit wonky again because it's on my bed. The bed goes a bit funny. Alright. Bring that up. Like so. So demon card at the bottom, angel card at the top, and all the rest there, and the grid. So Herkimer at the bottom, top and bottom, quartz geodes at the sides, tanzanite phenakite, tanzanite phenakite, tanzanite phenakite. Okay? Alright, I'm going to pause the video, pop the camera back on my table. Alright, so that is one thing that you can do with Oracle and Tarot cards, okay? So they are for beyond divination. You can do a lot more things than just divine, like, potential outcomes of the future, okay? So, invocation and evocation. I showed you, obviously, the sigils and stuff, but you can use these. So this is the Occult Tarot. Again, the camera's not focusing. It's probably because I'm facing it at the, I need to turn that around so I don't have to look at it. I don't know if you're focusing actually, so yeah. These can all be used to invocate and evocate these beings, okay? So that is essentially how it is beyond modern divination. Now you can use, I could most likely use my Dragon Tarot for the same purpose. I would just need to create the sigil for the beings that are in the depictions. kind of what intuitively guides me to create the sigil, because I don't have the sigil of those beings on there. But these, obviously the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot, these are the 72 Demons of the Goetia and the 72 Angels of the Goetia, okay? Plus 6 more. So they add 6 more to complete the tarot deck, so 72 plus 6 is 78, which completes the tarot deck. So in this, I believe they've added Moloch, Lucifer, Beelzebub, Azazel, I can't remember who's the last one. Paimon, maybe? Beelzebub, Azazel. Let's quickly go through it, yeah? So yeah, 72 Demons of the Goetia and 72 Angels in the other deck. Again, plus an extra 6. Oh, and Lucifuge Rofocale. Okay? And then I'll show you the Angel Tarot in a second. Alright, again, so you can use the Angel Tarot in exactly the same way as the Occult Tarot. I do have the book for the Angel Tarot. Personally, it looks like it's using like Goetia format to call forth the entities. I haven't fully read through the book, so I'm not 100% sure if it is like that, but if it is like that, I'm not going to use that at all. Okay? I will simply use Istratu Mantatu, I think it is. I can't remember. Let's have a look. No, it's this. Ah yeah, Summoning Conjuration. Itzel, Malakel, Tastel, Santanel. I'd use that one. Alright. So, again, Angel Tarot can be used to evocate and evocate. Evocate and invocate. Alright. Now, there is some other things you can do with tarot cards. You can add them into ritual work, just to kind of like that. You could do a ritual and then add kind of a spread to imbue the area with energies. There are a bunch of different things you can do with tarot cards. Obviously divination, what I've just showed you as well, invocation and evocation, depending on the card. But you could use, for example, I don't have the Dragon Oracle deck. It's something that I've been looking at, but I feel like that can be used to invocate and evocate those entities as well. Okay, so that is my video for today. I'm just popping those cards back. So yes, that is my video for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. I post videos every 2 days. I might start just dropping random ones as well. But yeah, that is it for now. Thank you for watching. Peace out.